All right.
Oh wait, hold on. I don't see the IG.
Yeah, I'm on IG. Hey, so how you guys doing? Let me see.
I'm trying to get on there right now. Oh, here we go. There's the live.
Just send you an invite.
I'm still new to IG myself. Oh, we're live right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you didn't get to run the video,
Oh really?
the intro.
Man, I thought I did.
Oh, that's an epic fail.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. I'm still trying to share that with people, man. Yeah, I haven't gotten nothing.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me see. Let me shut off my alarm. About to have alarm going off like crazy. All right.
Where did you send the invite to?
To cue the notary.
Oh, the email. Okay.
Yeah, for live.
For Insta Live. Like I'm on StreamYard.
All right. All right. We got Queen City notary in the house. Got Tiffany Huggins. She's probably laughing at us right now, trying to figure out what's going on. All right, guys. So we are trying something new tonight. So we are going to be live both on YouTube and Instagram. So if you're on IG, you want to find us on Instagram. We at Mathurin Notary Service LLC. So that's what we're trying something new tonight. Please let us know how it goes.
Hey, bro, try putting in a link to join in the chat for the Instagram Live, and I'll come in that way because I'm not getting any invites.
All right. So we are getting our guest on right now. Let's see. Cue the notary. Hope you guys are doing well. Just give us a few.
We're on YouTube right now, right?
Yep.
What's going on, YouTube? Cue the notary. Sorry about all this. We're trying to get it situated.
Yeah, we're trying to pull one of Griff's tricks right now, but
I mean, Griff's a wizard at this
all
point.
right. Well, just send me a request on there, and then you should be good. Just
Uh,
click, just click that plus button, like the
I,
camera.
I don't even have one, bro.
Oh, you have to be on your phone.
Oh, okay.
Makes
That could
sense.
that could explain a lot. Sorry,
All right. All
guys.
right.
I promise this is worth the wait.
All right, folks. We got something special for you guys tonight. We got Eugene. All right. Hold on.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Matherin's live.
All right. Just send me a request on there. Sorry about the wait, guys, but we're trying to get Q in.
Oh, see,
The man,
I wasn't prepared for this.
the man of the hour, trying to get him in. Hold on, let me turn off this light. I'm over here.
How is this gonna work? All right.
All right. So we are live. All right. Sorry about the wait, guys. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. If you are able to hear me on YouTube, just drop a one in the comments so I know. If you're able to hear me on IG, just drop a one in the comments so I know we are good to go.
Oh, there's a big delay there.
All right. All right. Looks like everybody's good on YouTube.
All right, good. Yeah, YouTube should be straight.
It's IG acting up.
I'm gonna have to turn my volume down on here because I can hear you in like 3 different places, which is not cool.
All right. Well, all right. Good afternoon, everybody. Or good evening. Hope you guys are doing well today. Hope you guys have been able to accomplish your goals. So tonight we have a special guest here, Q the Notary. know a lot of you guys been seeing him throughout this week because he is, you know, he is venturing off into new projects. He's trying out different things, and you know, I just wanted to take the time out. First of all, I want to say thank you to Q for joining tonight. I know he's a busy guy, so I just wanted to, you know, just want to say thank you tonight for joining us, Q. Like I really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
that.
me. Thank you for having me. I think we've been talking about this for a while, so I'm happy that we finally found some time to get it done.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. So for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Ishmael. I am the owner of Mathurin Notary Services. I've been a notary public since 2017. I am located in Massachusetts. Um, I am fully mobile. So as far as you know, I am able to, you know, get my stuff quick in and out. So I have a whole mobile setup. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you probably already seen that. And tonight, it's not about me, like I said. We have a special guest here. I just wanted to take the time to highlight what he's doing. He's absolutely amazing. He's putting in the work, constantly improving his work. So I just wanted to bring him on tonight so we can talk to you guys. If you guys have any questions, please feel free ask question as we go, and we'll get started. So
Yay. All right. So, those of you that have probably seen me on Griff, I'm kind of a frequent flyer over there. My name is Quentin Smith, also known as Q the Notary, and I think I'm going to take on a new moniker of like Captain or Mr. Captivated. I'm trying to figure out which one's going to work best. Is it Captain Captivated? How's that work? It might be Mr. Captivated, but I am the owner of Q the Notary. I operate in Chester County, Pennsylvania. As far as general notary work goes, when it comes to my notarial signing agent side of my business, I cover all of the southeast of Pennsylvania from York County, Schuylkill County, you know, all the way up to Northampton County and everything else in between there. So I kind of got this whole thing kind of locked down as much as possible, you know, when those alerts start coming in. Outside of my general notary work and you know just being a notary, I also have started a Captivated Notary Marketing Solutions. This is kind of going in conjunction with kind of the movement that Griff the Notary Services is on right now, and that's kind of improving the business for notaries that are out here today. And so that's kind of my mission with Captivated. And I'm sure that we're going to talk a little bit more about that going forward. But hey, my name is Quentin. You can call me
okay.
Q. Here I am.
All right, guys. So if you're on Instagram, I'm just putting in the YouTube channel. So if you want to just Google that, if you want to come on YouTube, like, subscribe, or anything like that, it would be greatly appreciated. Well, Q, I really appreciate you taking the time out tonight, man, because I know I've seen the projects that you're working on this week. They are amazing.
Thank
I
you.
wish we was able to play that video that you did for me tonight. But look, if anything, next time we'll definitely get it in there for sure.
You know what? There might be a way to get that in there. Or at the end of this video, I know you can upload it. So that way, when you upload it to YouTube, you can put it at the front because Griff did that for our Notary Tech Talk. So whenever you upload it, that could be on there. So anybody else that sees it after this, you know, they can see your new intro because that's your intro. It's my work, but that's your intro. You were the inspiration to that. You know, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to create something for you. And I hope that it hits home and the people like it.
Yeah, same here, same here. I'm pretty sure they are going to like it. So we gotta jump right in, my man. So
All right, what you got?
Q
What you got?
Q the notary, man. So I'm not sure if you already said that. Like, how long have you been a notary, and what make you choose to become a notary? Out of everything you could have been doing right now, why notary?
All right, I'm about to blow some people's minds with this. Okay, I've been a notary since my commission date was November 16th, 2021. So I've probably been a notary. I didn't actually start doing notary work until December. Prior to that, I was a clinical informaticist, dealing a lot with metrics when it comes to providers, and tracking performance via data, which is kind of what I'm using now for myself and hoping to use that skill with other notaries as well to help them kind of maximize their business efforts. So that's a little bit of my background prior to becoming a notary. Why did I become a notary? Well, it's a little bit of a sad story. My mother passed away last June, and I'm a single dad as well. And I took guardianship over my 15-year-old brother who's autistic, which presents a lot of issues throughout the day. And it became kind of hard to try to keep and hold down a regular 9-to-5 W-2 job. I needed a lot of flexibility. And so I was looking for an opportunity that would allow me to, one, continue to produce for my family, and two, allow me to be in all the places that I needed to be for my family. And that's kind of where the whole notary thing kind of came up, the business of being a notary. It's something that I've always kind of been interested in for a really long time. You know, I'm a nerd. I'm a very big book nerd, just like yourself. You know, and I mean, when you said, well, I'm such a nerd that I study legal dictionaries. So, like I've gone past Webster's. I'm like, I want to learn this other language that's out there and learn legalese. And so that kind of got me really interested in the work of a notary. And everything just kind of happened at the right time. And I dedicated everything that I had to launching this business.
No, that is, that is great. It's unfortunate. I want to say sorry about the loss of your mother. That's very unfortunate.
Appreciate that.
But when most people will probably use that time to kind of isolate, like you find and you create an opportunity during that time, and I think that's big as far as like mindset, because like I'm not trying to downplay anybody that have lost a loved one, but at the same time you have to be willing to take the next step. And I think in your case, your next step was you find yourself in your opportunity, and now your opportunity and your projects that you have going on are flourishing. So you had the right mindset, which is key to anything. So no matter what you are going through, the only way that you're gonna get through this hard and difficult time is with having the right mindset and being willing to take the next step. So that right there was huge. So look, I'm glad that you did it because I was able to meet you throughout all this. And
Absolutely. I've met some great people, you know, along the way, man. It's been a great ride so far. And I'm just getting started. And you know, I've come across you, I've come across Griff, I've come across, you know, Caprentice, and there's, you know, other people that I've met throughout this process. And now that I have another line of revenue coming in within the notary world, I'm meeting a lot more people, which is really great. What's that say? Oh yeah. So you know, when you hit adversity, you kind of have to take a look at yourself. And you know, I've got a pretty long story. It's very interesting. I'm not going to talk about, you know, everything here, but a lot of things kind of led me to be in this moment. You know, a lot of waiting to take the next step. I mean, I was accomplished at a certain point in my career. I had a 15-year career, you know, working in the medical industry. And I made a transition. And as I was transitioning, a lot of life was changing. And so, you know, having already accomplished some things, I kind of already knew that it didn't matter if I hit the ground. I've already conquered a lot of things before. I've been accomplished before, and I knew it was only a matter of time until I figured it out to get back on top.
that is amazing. That's amazing, man. And again, I love mindsets, and your mindset was there, and pretty much everything that you envision, you're manifesting right now, and you are going to continue manifesting. Like all the projects that you have in store, you guys have no idea. Like,
I got a lot going on right now. I got a lot. You want to know something that's funny about that though is I still have the notebook when I first sat down to write out my plan to start a notary, to start becoming a notary. You know, I jotted down, I did all my research, and I found out what all my steps were, and I started writing down exactly what I needed to do, how much it costed, you know, how much time it was going to wait for me, how much time it's going to take for me to wait to get commission, and all these other things. And I started pricing out, okay, this is the insurance that I want. Guess what? Bet, check, I got that. You know what I mean? This is how I want to market myself. This is the type of brand that I'd like to build for myself. Guess what? Check. I did that. And it's
Yeah.
funny because I go through that legal pad probably, 2 or 3 times a week just to go back through and say, okay, everything that I wrote down, I've got a check mark next to. So now it's time to flip a page and write another list of things for me to accomplish and put more check marks on.
Yeah.
You
That's
know, that
amazing.
yeah, that mind frame. I don't know what it is of putting mind to hand to pen to paper, but when you write things down, those things tend to come to fruition a lot faster,
Hmm.
and more complete than when you just kind of like, oh well, yeah, I might do this, or yeah, no, no, no. Actually, sit down and jot it out exactly what you need to do, and that'll give you something to look forward to every single day. Like when I was just getting started, I mean, it was tough. I was struggling, but I constantly went back to that and I said, okay, I need to at least get this done today. I need to get that done today until I started, having these small wins over and over again. And I said that built my confidence up, which I think is really helped in my progression of becoming a notary because while I was waiting to get commissioned, I was studying the laws, and I take time every week to go over things that I might, encounter during the week just to say, okay, I have a basic understanding of this. Maybe I need a more in-depth understanding of this week because I encountered it and I was 75% sure about what I was doing. And yeah, it ended up being right, but I need to be 100% sure. So let's look this over again. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean?
Yep. No, which makes complete sense. Which is, that's another thing that is key for any new notaries that's coming into the industry. You notice how he say he takes time to study. Like as a notary public gets in, it's crucial that you know your state laws because a lot of notaries are coming in, they don't know what they cannot do as a notary. So it doesn't matter if you are seasoned or not, because what happened is your state, they will update certain things within the notary laws. So it's important for you to keep track of them. Like I'm not saying that I'm not saying it's something that gets changed every day, but they do make changes. They do make changes there. So if you want to take the time out just to do some research in regards to your state, because what happened is a lot of people get into this industry and they don't know any new laws that may have applied or any laws that was taken away. So it is extremely important to constantly be checking what your state law is saying that you can and cannot do as a notary. And
Right.
so, with that being said, I wanted to ask you something. I wanted to ask you, were you somewhat, you kind of, you kind of probably already answered it. But my thing is, I was going to ask you, what have had the most impact on your business? Like, I know you just, beside the networking aspect.
That's a really good question. I would say for myself, the biggest impact has been taking the time to really make a decision of what I wanted my business to be. Um, I really wanted to make sure that if I was going to do this and start a business, it was going to be something that I could be proud of, something that my children could be proud of, and they are proud of it. They tell our friends, "Oh, my dad's a notary." They want these little, notary kid T-shirts. In the process of designing that for them for the summertime, they want tank tops and all, the whole nine, which is pretty cool. But I had to make a decision on what kind of company I wanted to be, and when I looked around my community, I kind of said, I want to be a pillar in my community. I want to be, somebody that, you have tags and title places that, off the top of your head, you gotta go get your car transferred. All right, I'm just gonna go down to the spot down the way.
Yeah.
I wanted to have that same type of rapport and be on people's minds that same type of way. Like, all right, I need a notary. I can't get that. Just call Q. And that's where a lot of my marketing, if you've been on my Instagram, excuse me, if you've been on my Instagram page, I've got a video up there called Q. That's where that kind of came from. Was It was just so simple that it actually stuck. And now my customers, they're like, oh yeah, we just called you Q. Or that's a thing. Like, oh yeah, we'll just call Q. And I get people all the time, hey, can I call you Q? And it's just was a simple branding, but that was the driving factor behind me pushing to be um a better notary. Was like, all right, I want to be this pillar in my community. I want to be this has got to be something that's going to be here for 10, 15 years. My kids are becoming of age where they can work. I'd love for my son and my brother to be able to do this. when they turn 18. I'd love to be able to give them their first jobs. So in order for me to make all of this happen, I'm going to need the support from my community. And so I started doing things within my community, as I'm doing one tomorrow, a free pop-up at a Wegmans, which is a grocery store for those people that don't have Wegmans around there. It's like this
I don't.
high dollar, really nice grocery store. And they have like, the places where you can sit down and eat and whatever. But I do free pop-ups, for 2 hours. I dedicate some of my time, because for 2 hours, what would I be doing sitting at home? Nothing.
Yeah.
But what I do when I go out there is I'll take pictures. I'll go live for a minute, take pictures of me there, make sure that the people in my community and the areas that I know that I can get to them, I let them know that I'm there. And to be completely honest, I didn't really start making money doing general notary work until I started giving away stuff for free, which is mind blowing. It's crazy. But once I started saying, okay, I'm gonna offer this service for free, then I started getting people reaching back to me saying, oh man, I'm sorry I couldn't get there. Hey, can I get you to come out to my house? That's pretty awesome that you were willing to do that for people. And I'm like, that, and that started that building that connection with my community, because people started to realize, like, wow, he's actually offering a service for free. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's that is awesome. And then just because a lot of notaries, they probably wouldn't have taken that route, to have something for free, but that's something that you end up going with, and then it has worked out for you, big time. So just given the fact that you're fairly new, but you've been doing a lot. So how do you market yourself, like within your area, especially being someone that just got into the game? So what makes you different? Like, how are people finding you?
So as I told you, as I explained in the beginning, I have a background in clinical informatics. I look at data. And so I put myself in situations on certain platforms that gave me really good data back when I started, putting some of my ads out there. And when you get data, these platforms, see, I can't tell you everything because I got a business, okay, and I'm trying to help people out, so I can't tell you everything,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna give you the skinny on it. So I look at the metrics of people that are responding to my ads, whether it be a like, whether it be they're clicking on a link and going and visiting my website. Maybe they're leaving a comment, and I take a look at that, and I look at the numbers to see, okay, what's the age group? What are the demographics of the people that are responding to what I'm doing? And then from there, what I did is I said, well, let me start crafting my marketing efforts towards those people that are responding to me. And that's led to me having more appointments, because now I'm talking directly to those people that were responding to my shots in the dark. Now I'm directly talking to them, and they know who they need to call.
That's amazing. That is amazing, man. Look, man, look. I just want to say out there, man. Look, I'm proud of you, man. Like, I'm
I
glad that,
appreciate that,
I'm
man.
glad we came across one another, man. Because that's one thing that I know we run a business, right?
Right.
But at the same time, a lot of people, and I made a comment earlier on Griffin's Live, a lot of people just want to compete with one another versus of finding ways to collaborate with one another in order to find success. Like,
Right.
because there's enough services, there's enough business out there for everyone. Well, a lot of people tend to get to that scarcity mindset where they feel like if they bring the next person in, that's going to take away from their business. But it's all about knowing your strength and the weaknesses.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain things I'm not good at, and I know I'm horrible at them. So if I need to get an idea or I need somebody to look into it, I'll ask my wife. Now, now I have you guys, have you and Griff. So if I have an idea regarding, hey man, how do I market this? Now I'm gonna be reaching out to you because that's your strong point. That's not mine. So why will I waste my time stressing trying to figure out something when I know Q, that's what he masters. Let me reach out to Q and let me find out how much Q is gonna charge for this and that, and just get it going instead of me trying to figure out every single part of the business. Why not collaborate? Why not delegate certain things? Why do you think people don't do that?
Um, I think a lot of it has to do, and I really see this on Instagram a lot. Um, I think I think part of the problem is that people have a lot of pride. And I think that in today's society, when you start thinking about networking, today it's all about followers. How many followers do you have? And that is what is referenced as networking. We're not actually we're not building anything with that network. We're just, accumulating mass followers,
Yep.
which it's great that you have a bunch of people like, all right, but if you're not doing anything with that network, what's the point of having it? And so I really feel like we're not at a point yet as a whole community within the notary world, and I kind of feel like the community has grown a lot since the whole pandemic. I almost, I almost slipped on that one. Excuse me. Since the whole pandemic,
Oh man.
there's a lot of new folks that are in this. Um, and we're not looking to grow together. I think that there's a lot of people that are doing a lot of the same things,
Mhm.
and we're not looking to say, okay, well, I see that this person does has a really good mindset for how to put out great content, right? But we're gonna go and compete with them to a certain level to say I can put out better content than that because I want more followers.
Yeah.
Right? Or this person has 500 followers. I bet you I can get to 800 followers, and I'm just going to do whatever I got to do to try to relate to this community to get more followers. And I kind of feel like, as a whole, because of certain circumstances, we have everybody kind of chasing each other's tail and not chasing the customer and getting after the bag.
Mm, that's true. That is true, man. Like you done said a mouthful right there, man. That is so. So speaking of customers, right?
Mhm.
How do you set apart? I know we briefly had a conversation on this. Yes, it was yesterday when we was on the phone, right?
Right?
So how do you set yourself apart as far as, like, let's say if I'm a customer, I reach out to you, right? Then you come
Okay.
over, and one thing that we talk about is creating an experience.
Right.
All right, because a lot of people go to this appointment and they just go there, stamp the document, and walk out. But and that right there is not going to help you gain repeated customers. So tell
Not at
me,
all.
how does your appointment goes? How do you find a way to build relationship with your customers in order for them to become a repeated customer? Like, how do you do that?
I mean, for me, I'm so it goes completely against my nature because I'm very much an introvert. But it seems like within business, I know that I can't be that way.
Mm.
So I'm very open. I let a lot of my personality come out. I'm an extremely goofy person. If you guys haven't seen some of the faces that that I make every now and then, I like to laugh. I like to learn about people. I like to learn where people are from. And I just start having regular conversations with people. So when we're starting our process of sitting down to do a notary, whether it's a loan signing or you're doing some general notary work, there's some time there to get set up. So during that time I just make little conversation with them, um and a lot and oftentimes,
Yeah,
wow,
hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna close my window.
Massachusetts, they got
Yeah,
Fast and Furious
just
out
go ahead.
there. And so that just threw me off. So a lot of times, it's just talking with them. They want to know a lot about mobile notaries because a lot of people don't even know that we exist still. Being a mobile notary is still something that a lot of people have no idea exists. So there's often questions: how did you get started in this? I never knew that there was a mobile. How did you become a
Yep.
mobile notary? I never even knew that that existed, which opens the window to a lot of conversation. Then I tell them a little bit more about my background, and they ask me how do I get started. So of course, I share with them the story of me and my family. And I'm not trying to use that story, but that is my story. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell it. And people really find that my openness of being able to discuss what's going on with me and where I come, it presents a realness to them that they can respect. And so by the time I'm done with my appointments, my customers always feel like they've made a new friend because I've asked them certain questions. They've asked me certain questions. We've crossed this line of I'm just here to sign documents to now we're talking about, family vacations and kids and crazy things that happen at work and corporate America and what's on the news. And we start having these conversations. And so what ends up happening is now, and I get referrals and repeat customers all the time, and it becomes more of a, I'm happy to see you. Let's catch up. What's happened since the last time that we talked?
Yeah.
And I get interested in them, and they get interested in me, and it's a very genuine thing. And I just try to be as genuine and as me as possible because I can't be anybody else. I can only be me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that is true. And so you mean to tell me you go to appointments and you just be human and act yourself, right?
That's it. You know what? And I got, man, look, I got neck tattoos. I got tattoos on my fingers, tattoos on the forearms and everything. I got locks, and you know what? It don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter because I'm a human. I'm a human before everything else.
Exactly. And I feel like that's one thing people seem to shy away from is you go to this appointment. There's no need for it to be serious.
Right.
Like you going into someone else's home. They'll welcome you into their home. Have a decent conversation with them. Just like I was telling you when we was on the phone. Like there's been time I go to an appointment, I walked in, if there's like a statue, if there's a picture, there's a plaque on the wall, I just start up a conversation. And it's like you have, people want they want to feel important. Even though that yes, they are calling you and yes, you are providing a service, but when you are there, you're providing that service, the only thing that should be on your mind is creating an experience. And if you create an experience, you're going to have repeated customers. Like I was telling you about this one lady that lives in Cali. When I first started my notary business, we met at Starbucks. I notarized her document because she was visiting in Massachusetts, and then we got to talking, asking about the mobile notary aspect, and she asked me to take a picture of her. I took a picture with her. A couple of years later, during the pandemic, she was back in Massachusetts. Guess who she reached out to? She reached out to me. We got to talking. We catch up. We seeing what was going on with her company. She's seeing what's going on with my company because when I first met her, I didn't have any T-shirts. When I first met her, I didn't have no T-shirt. I didn't have anything with my logo on it. I didn't even have the mobile notary card. So when we got to meet again, we went outside. She looked at the car. So we pretty much had a conversation. That's all we did. And that's one thing people, for whatever reason, people are shying away from. Just be who you are. Stop going to this appointment trying to be something you're not. Just be who you are.
That's one, and people know when you're being genuine with them. They can tell.
Oh yeah.
And stop faking the funk. Like I've never been one to present myself as anything but myself. Some people put on different masks depending on the venue that they're in. I'm the same person all the time. I really don't care because I self-approve myself. I don't need anybody to approve me. I self-approve myself.
Self-approve himself. That's amazing.
So I'm comfortable no matter where I'm at. I could be in the hood, I could be in the country, I could be on a farm, I could be in the city, I could be at an office, I could be with lawyers, I could be with farmers, I could be anywhere, and I'm still going to be the same person. I'm comfortable with me, and me being comfortable with me allows me to accept other people for themselves.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. You need to have that peace within yourself because if you don't have peace, if you're not seeing yourself in a positive light, and you going out there trying to provide a service, I don't care how good of a notary that you are, not just in the notary industry, like just in any business. I don't care how good you are and what you do. If you don't have a positive outlook on things, it's going to show. Like you can only fake it for so long. It's going to show.
Yeah, like how many times you pull up to McDonald's and they'd be like, "How can I help you?" And you're like, "Damn, what about welcome to McDonald's?" You know what I mean? It's like you can tell, "How can I help you? Can I take your order?" It's like, okay, obviously you're not too happy to get my business today. Let me just get something off the dollar menu. Like, whatever, get me out of here. You're not getting all my money.
It's the it's the little thing that counts, man. It's the
It really
it's the
is.
little things that count, and that's what people keep failing to understand that. And the notary industry is just like any other business. You are running a business. You have to be able to represent yourself accordingly. You have to be willing to be professional at all time, and you have to be willing to be yourself. Like that's, I think, the main thing. One of the main thing Q is said about him, that he approve, is self-approve. Like he stamp his own approval. Like he don't need you. So that's the mindset. These guys are going crazy
I
outside.
hear that, man.
So
You
that's
get,
the
you get a little bit of
mind.
nice weather, and everybody outside trying to do
I know.
donuts.
Like where's the snow at, right? So yeah, so it's all about having the right mindset. And if you guys have the right mindset in this industry and anything in life, you will find success. And I really appreciate you saying that. So my next question for you, sir, what are some projects you're working on right now?
So if we want to go minute to minute, I just posted something on Instagram right now while I was talking. I was typing
Look
at the
at
same
that.
time. CNMS tip number 10 is out there. Mathurin, you saw that earlier today.
Yeah, if
And
you want
Griff
to go
talked,
into that,
yeah,
you want to go into that right quick.
and Griff talked about it earlier, talking about the loan signing agency, the whole loan signing agent title. Um, I mean, how real should we be?
Look, man, just be
Should I be
as
wrong?
honest.
Should
Just
I be
be
wrong
wrong.
with it?
Just be yourself.
All
Just
right.
be yourself.
The loan signing agent title does not exist. Okay. It only exists in the notary world. It was created by trainers, and it only exists to people that have taken that training, and the signing companies that have come up through that training. When you start talking to loan officers, when you start talking to escrow officers, those people have no idea what a loan signing agent is. They know you as the notary. That is what you are. That is what your state calls you. Your state calls you a notary signing agent. The NNA calls you a notary signing agent. This loan signing agent, nobody knows what in the world that is. So if you're sitting out there and you're spending a lot of time marketing, talking about I'm a loan signing agent, LSA, I'm a loan signing agent, and you're sending that out there to your customers, guess what? Your customers don't know what that is either.
Just
Right?
confusing people.
You're just confusing people. You're a notary. Why is there this feel to have a new title um, that sounds more important than a notary? Obviously, a lot of people don't understand the history of notaries. This thing goes back centuries. You know what I mean? So a notary is actually a very noble title to have.
Hmm.
Loan signing agent, that is some fly by night. Somebody made it up and say, "Yeah, we're going to create a training." And the reason I believe that that title was actually started and why those trainings started to happen was because of the big housing boom that happened, and the
Yes.
closing companies couldn't keep up.
Yep.
So a couple people came up with trainings to say, "Okay, we'll help you." But ultimately what they've done is train you to be closing agents, which is something that we're not.
Mm.
And we have to stay impartial to any document that we're notarizing. And if you go ahead and start to invest yourself in understanding these documents and making sure that your signage, understanding the documents for yourself, perfectly fine. You should probably understand those documents anyway. If you're a home buyer or looking to be a home buyer, you should know what those
Yep.
documents are. So you've got an inside scoop to see how this whole thing goes. But as far as making sure that a customer understands, you're taking away their free will. Right. If you feel like it's your job to make sure that this customer understands everything that is on this document, you are no longer impartial.
Yeah, I'm looking at the comments that Tiffany is saying. She's like LSA, NSA, non-notary.
Yeah, we're notaries. You look at where they say, well, we get paid on the closing statement. It says notary fee. You will
Notary
never
fee.
see loan signing agent fee on there. It doesn't exist, y'all.
I've never seen it. I've never
No,
seen it.
No, and unfortunately, my point of view, a lot of people ain't gonna like this. I might lose some business over it. I really don't care. It's a scam. It's a scam. They've taught you guys to care about things that you don't need to. They've taught you guys how to market to other notaries. If anybody that I'm on Instagram marketing to notaries because I have a business to work with notaries.
Yeah.
If you are out there as a notary and you're spending time marketing on Instagram, first of all, your customers aren't on Instagram. If they're not already following you, they're not going to see you.
No.
That is a waste of time. So, and I check people's profiles. I check your profiles and I go through your followers. Most of the people that are out here that are like doing something in the notary world, they're being followed by the majority of other notaries. So who is it that you're actually marketing to? You're marketing to other notaries. So you've built this great network of notaries that you're not using to get stuff done. One.
Yeah.
And it's created unhealthy competition between each other because it's like, oh, I'm working today. Oh, well, I need to get out there and hustle. Don't feel bad about yourself because everybody else is out here working. That's what it's turning into.
Yep.
And you're putting efforts into that instead of efforts into marketing out to your community. And a lot of great people that have really insightful things and great creative minds are wasting that on Instagram marketing to other notaries.
Yep. That's true. You're absolutely right. So if someone just the basic, just the basic, right? If you had to give somebody a marketing tip, like what would you recommend? Where would you tell them to go, especially if they're just starting out? What would you tell them? Hey, here, go on here to market yourself, or do this around your area to market yourself. What's something that you can suggest to them?
The very first thing that I'm suggesting to somebody is get a piece of paper out, get a pen, and write down exactly what you see for your business. That is the very first thing I'm asking my customers to do, because it helps me create for them if they have a clear definition and vision of what their business is. That's actually going to kind of dictate how you market based upon what it is that you see for yourself, what it is that you see your own business as. You know what I mean? So that's the very first step. Have you written down what your company is? Define what your company is, define the level of service that you're willing to give, put it down on paper, and then we can start to look at, okay, how do I market this? Everything that I'm willing to give and everything that I'm willing to do for this company, how do I market that next?
Mm. Yep. All right. And then as far as my tip, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Google My Business. So that's one of the easiest way, the free way that you can market your business when you are a notary. Like you don't need a lot when you are just starting. Like Google My Business will put you in the map in your area. And I always recommend that you guys are posting on Google My Business, because I know a lot of people are not aware that you can treat it like a social media where you can pretty much create daily posting, marketing yourself and using certain hashtags that will, when people are looking for notaries in your area, those hashtags will come up on Google. So I'm huge on Google My Business. I did a video on there. It's on my list. If you guys want to go check it out. Well, Google My Business has been extremely helpful, especially when I was starting out, and now I still get title companies, attorney offices. I get everybody calling on Google My Business. You know what I mean? And that's another thing where, so touch just to go back on the loan signing aspect of it, a lot of people feel like you have to go direct. I've had title companies reach out to me through Google. I had title company reach out to me through Thumbtack. I had an escrow officer reach out to me through Instagram. It's like based on your area, you don't have to go 100% direct. If that's what you want to do, that's on you. If you want to base your entire business going direct, if that's your business model and that's what works for you in your area, hey, great. But it doesn't work for everyone. It doesn't work in every state, because
Right.
what happened is once that title company you rely on, when their business slow down, guess what? Your business slow down. Now you're mad and upset because you're not meeting your quota because you are just so focusing on that one title company to provide you with all your business versus becoming more diverse, like being like offering more general notary work in your area. And general notary work, you guys need to stop sleeping on that.
True story. True
What
story.
do you think about that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. My general notary work. Again, check my IG. Last weekend, last Sunday, I did some general notary work for a party. A lady hit me up. Yeah, and I called you right after. I told you I
Yeah,
was going to this party. I was like, man, I have no idea. This
this
lady
guy
hit
went
me
to
up.
a party.
Yeah, this lady hit me up and she was like, I'm gonna throw a notary party. And I was like, what? um, and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna throw a notary party. It's gonna be about 10, 15 people, maybe 20. Are you available? And I was just like, okay, this is some outlandish stuff right here. So yes, I'm available just because I want to see what
Yep.
exactly this is going to end up being. So it ended up being it was a party for a local government that had some seats that were up for election, and the candidates were out doing their they were out circulating, collecting signatures, and those signature pages needed to be notarized. So I ended up notarizing, I think, about 12 of them, and for 3 hours of my time, I made $520.
Jeez. Say what? Three?
3 hours of my time, 12 affidavits notarized. I made $520
$520 in 3 hours.
in three
Man,
hours.
that's amazing. And then he made it on a Sunday, guys. It's
It was
not
on a
like
Sunday. That's actually my day off. That's the only day that I don't work. And I was just like, you know what? I'll do this just because this seems that outlandish that I have to check this out. And thank goodness that I went ahead and accepted it. Um, don't turn your back on general notary work. There's a lot of money to be made in general notary work. And you asked me before, where would I send people to go? I'm gonna give away half of my secret sauce.
just
All
half
right,
of it. That's all y'all
just
need.
just half of it.
That's all you need to get to the next level.
Yeah, just half of it. Facebook. So you have to consider this. A lot of people are actually I need to plug my phone in. I'm at 5% and I don't
All
want
right, go
Instagram
ahead.
to stop. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Look, guys. So it's extremely important for you guys not to overlook just the general aspect of notary, because he made $525 in 3 hours on a Sunday. Now, just imagine if he had the mindset where, oh, I'm not doing any general notary work. The only type of work I'm going to do is loan signing. If that's the mindset that he had, he would not have been able to get the opportunity and go out last Sunday to make those fees. So you guys need to understand what it is that you can actually do as a notary. Like, there's a lot of type of document that you can notarize, and there's a lot of documents besides just loan signings that you guys will get calls for. A couple of weeks ago, I got a call in regard to, I guess there was a couple that was getting married, and somebody was giving approval for the daughter that married a guy. It was just weird. Never heard of it in my life. I called Griff. I'm like, Griff, have you heard of this stuff? I forgot the name of it. I was like, have you heard of this type of document? Griff said no. They sent me a picture of it. It has a section for the notary to sign and notarize. Pretty much them giving her permission to marry the next guy. Never heard of that type of document. So
Wow.
yeah, so I'm like, damn, are we back in the 40s now? Like a sign, arranged marriage? And that's what I was thinking. But you have to keep an open mind, because your business opportunities, you have no idea where it's coming from. You have no idea where your next business opportunity is coming from.
Right. And so to kind of go back to what I was saying about Facebook, you have to realize that Facebook is still the largest platform in the world right now. When it comes to people of the ages 25 to almost 60, I believe. And when we start talking about notarizations, there is pretty much a set standard of people, an age bracket of people that are going to be needing notarizations, and that is it. The young people, they're all over TikTok and everybody, and I see a bunch of old heads trying to be on TikTok doing all these little videos and whatnot.
Oh,
Cool.
good.
Whatever works for you. That's cool. But on Facebook, you have millions of people, you know, that are available that actually use those services. So Facebook is your friend. Facebook has amazing metrics. It might not be cool, it might not be hip or nothing like that, but guess what? The people with the money that need notarizations, they're on Facebook, and that's where you need to be too.
Got you. Yeah, Facebook is good, man. So, where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you see this business? And I know I said Q, the genius marketer earlier. Where do you see yourself in the next, let's say, 3 years?
The next 3 years, more gray hair.
Look, I already have gray hair, so I don't know if you.
I got gray hairs popping in my beard and everything now. I
Yep,
can see
same
more of
here.
that. See the stress going up. Um, that's a hard one to answer right now because had you asked me a month and a half ago, I would have said I'm gonna have a successful notary business, and I'm gonna be busy, possibly with a storefront or something of that nature. Um, but I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah,
Things are changing really rapidly right now, and I'm still going to have that successful notary business because that's my very first vehicle. That is my vehicle, and I'm not going to stop being a notary. I really believe in being the best notary that I can be. I love all the responsibility and integrity that comes with it. Carrying yourself to a certain level of integrity is something that I was already practicing in my
yeah,
regular life. So this lifestyle of being a notary, and it kind of already aligned with my own values. But now that Captivated is kind of taken off, thank you, everybody. Really, really thank you. Um, this was just a thought probably about 3.5 weeks ago. And I remember sending you and Griff, a logo because that's where it started. I was sitting there thinking
yeah.
I was writing, and I was like, man, let me play around with this. And I created a logo, and I was like, oh, what do y'all think of this? And then over the past 3.5 weeks, I just put my mind to it, and it's grown, and it's gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna continue to grow. And I see myself eventually having to hire some staff because the projects are starting to line up.
Wow.
I had to go out and get whiteboards, and if you've ever been in corporate America, we track projects on whiteboards. That's been my background. So I had to get what I was used to and the tools that I was used to be able to keep everything in line. Um, I just see Captivated growing, and me trying to do the best that I can to keep up with the notary work, as well as doing home inspections. And you and a couple other people out there have more businesses than that, and I kind of feel like, well, damn, I'm kind of late in the game. I need to catch up. 3 businesses ain't enough. So I'm just hoping to continue to prosper and to do what I was put on this earth to do, and inspire people and help people.
Like, that is amazing, and the fact that you said, because I do remember when you sent me that logo about 3 weeks ago, and I was like, "Yo, this is nice." Like, I'm like, "This is nice," because that's what we was talking about. And then only 3 weeks, and the key point to what Q just said is, for him, the whole thing is it was an idea, a thought process.
Yeah.
And everything that you are going to benefit is going to come to you as a thought process. What you do with it will will determine the level of success. He had an idea. He ran it by me and Griff. I was like, "Yo, this looks amazing," and then he took action. And 3 weeks later, and that brand is growing. You're getting customers
Yeah, I've got
and
7 clients now. 7.
7 clients.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And all that, it was just an idea. Like, ask yourself, how many ideas you guys are allowing that comes to you guys, but you're not taking the action. You're not taking the necessary step. So just pick one idea, guys. Just one idea can change your entire life. But you have to be willing to take action. You have to be willing to put in the work. You have to be willing to study. You have to be willing to do your research. That's what it's all about. And just the past 2 weeks, man, I've seen how everything is growing. Like, I'm extremely proud of you. I'm sure Griff is proud of you as well.
Thank
Like,
you, thank you.
this is amazing work. I can't wait to see what else you do in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I'm getting excited. I got some new tools. I'm out there, searching for some new tools to bring some fresh ideas, some fresh stuff for my clients that are out there, and try to separate them. And part of my service to them and what I do for them is to kind of put the business into perspective for them. And try to make it something that is a legitimate thought in their mind, that I need to take care of this. I need to protect my brand. I need to build a brand. I need to protect my name. I need to stop mixing my personal and my business stuff together. So that way, when people do look me up, all they're seeing is stuff about my business.
Yeah.
And having the family stuff is cool, but separate it from your business name. And that's one of my biggest things, especially you people. I'm looking at this camera. Instagram people out there, separate yourself from the business. Let your business breathe and live on its own. All right. And make sure that you do everything that you can to protect your name and to protect that business name, because you don't want people doing a search for you if they're looking and they see, a bunch of links come down and you have some stuff posted up there that doesn't, sit well with the light of what a notary is.
Yeah. Or just any business in general. Because
Correct.
Because I was telling you about that young lady who reached out to me about a few weeks ago, had an interest of becoming a notary. I kind of gave her some ideas, and when I click on her page, it was like, I don't know what you're selling. You want to be a notary, or you? It's like, yo, what is she selling? Because she was half dressed, so
Yeah.
it was just like half naked pictures, naked notary. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, if that's a service that they're offering, I hope they can justify that on an invoice. Like, how do you? I know you can put a stamp, you can put travel. What's the rest? I don't know.
Yeah, how you going to represent your business if you're not, like, what I should say, how you going to become successful within the business that you're trying to start? It's just like you say, Q, if you are not willing to separate it. Like, it doesn't take much to create a separate page for it.
Right.
But like I said, her page was just her showing off her body and Notary Public. Showing off her body, Notary Public.
They always want the male perspective of things. I'll give you a male perspective on that. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't want to see it. That's not the intention of and for my social media, because I hate social media. All my social media is business oriented. When I'm looking at business people doing business things, that's not what I want to see, and I get offended.
Yeah,
I'm being honest. I get offended. I don't want to see that. Come on.
No, you're right. You're right. Hold on. I'm just gonna go through the comments to see if anybody has any questions for you right now, Q. If you guys have any questions for Q, if you want to hop on here, if you're on YouTube, you want to hop on. I just dropped the link to StreamYard.
I love questions.
Yeah, just come on board, ask your question. If you're on Instagram, you have any question, you want to hop on as well. Like, don't be shy.
Yeah, please don't be shy. I could talk all day. If you haven't heard me on Griff or haven't gotten the idea here, I'll talk to anybody. I don't really care. What's up? How we doing?
So so not only what you're doing, because I know eventually that's going to grow, just based on what you're working along right now. Like, it doesn't have to only benefit. It's just a notary industry, because
Right,
real estate.
correct.
Because I just noticed that some real estate agent on IG that's watching, it can benefit their business as well.
Correct. And I'm open to working with anybody that wants to work with me. I mean, I specifically was targeting notaries just because I saw that there was a big opportunity there to help some people, as well as possibly make a good amount of income off of it. Not that I'm trying to get rich off of everybody, but I'd like to have volume over everything. Oh, we got a guest. Who's that?
Yeah, we got a guest. We got oh, that's Griff. That's 007
Oh,
Griff.
Griff. Look, he looked like 007 right now too.
Guys, if you're not watching this on YouTube, we just have the man, the one and only 007 Griff. Griff is on YouTube right now, guys.
You look like you're on a mission too.
Yep. So what's going on, Griff? So what you got for us?
Yeah. Okay.
What's up, man?
Not much, man. Just finished the signing. You see, I'm sort of out here in the darkness, man. I was way down here in the bayous of Chesapeake, Virginia, bear country, man. The dude was, a couple was telling me they got bears in their backyard and all that stuff. So I had to hurry up and get that signing over with because the sun was going down and I didn't want to get trapped out there with them bears.
Yeah, you ain't got bear mace, you got regular mace too.
No, man. Yeah, today was good, man. Today was good. I got that guy done. That signing that popped up during the live. So I got that done and everything for the guy. So he was all happy about that. He came up from North Carolina to meet me and everything. And so he's all done. Did my last one. So I'm getting ready to go get me some teriyaki chicken, get me a bento box. And I'm done. So, also, Q.
What's up?
My house inspection for tomorrow got canceled. So I should be able to get with you. I got to sign in at noon. So I have some time to really get with you tomorrow. And if Mathurin, you want to probably do a group Zoom so we can finish up the website stuff for both of y'all.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Cool.
All right, that sounds good, Griff. Appreciate it. It looks like somebody wants to ask you some question on Instagram, Q. So I'm about to accept them on there.
Okay, bring them on. I don't know if I'll be able to hear them though.
Let me see.
It's on my phone.
All right, looks like it's Jeff.
Jeff, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
How we doing, Jeff?
I ended up following you, Q. I'm interested. I'm going to reach out to you. Maybe you can do something for me.
Let's talk.
But I do have. I'm sorry.
I said let's talk. I'm definitely game.
Okay. Yeah.
He's answering some question on Instagram right now. Griff, you look like you just driving around, man.
I have a broker that my broker might be interested in.
Home. Today good, man. Like I said, y'all. I appreciate it, man.
Okay, I got you. That's good stuff, Griff. Yeah, so we can definitely do something tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, I mean, anything that I can do to help or assist, I'm definitely open to do so. You know, we should definitely exchange contacts. Does Griff have your information?
Probably looking at about 2 o'clock, maybe 3. But
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, 2 o'clock and 3 sounds good to me because I should be home because I have to go get the car serviced in the morning.
Okay.
So we'll definitely get on that. Q is over here marketing. Griff, Q is getting business right now. I'm
gonna pull you up right now and try to find you so that way we can make a connection and just start having some conversations. All right, because you've got some great stuff going on. You know, I've listened to what you were offering on the Fritter Friday from last week. Awesome stuff. So I am actually thank you for joining. Because I'm looking forward to having some conversation with you.
Okay, great. You broke up because I was in a bad zone, but hey, that's okay. But I got it.
Yeah, we will be in contact. Definitely.
Okay, sounds great. I don't know how I can get off, but you can kick me out because
just click the X. I think it's like the X button for you. So all right, guys. So Q was answering some questions. He's probably gonna hop back on here. Let me see. All right. So Q, that's what it's all about. It's all about networking. So while we was on here, we had a guest who came on, asked a question, and Q was able to, make that quick connection. Now the next step is to build the relationship. Q, are you getting back on? Are you getting back on? As far as
on Instagram, you can hear me. I'm getting back on. My computer just froze. I don't know what the world is happening.
all right. So
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I was trying to chat and then hit the wrong button and stuff. But
all right.
notaries, man, it's now time for the notaries to we got to step our game up and do what we got to do to learn this business so we can move forward in it. Right now it's dog eat dog. I mean, you just got to do what you got to do and connect with the people. And I hate to say that. I mean, and people have already told me this, that it's turning into real cliquish. So so that's what we got to be mindful of now, is that this thing doesn't get too cliquish. We got to find a way to work with each other in this business.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Griff. Like, it's all about the collaboration. So Q's gonna try to come back on, guys. He's on IG. He got kicked off YouTube. I'm not sure why. I think he's being too honest for YouTube right about now.
Yeah.
So yeah, are you all set with your appointment, Griff?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm on my way home to get me some food. Pick up the wife. Got to pick up my son. Shoot, I got to pick up some of everybody.
Sure, I got you. Let me see if anybody on IG has any question. Anybody want to come on and ask you questions? Guys, don't be shy. Like, definitely come on here, ask your question. I have Griff here. Any notary question, any like gadgets that you considering of using in your business, I pretty much have both guys here for you guys. So just hop on here. Let me see if we have any comment on Instagram. All right, looks like we have, I notarize school group of teachers to general notary. Yep, that's what it's all about.
Sorry about that.
Now here's what's interesting. I see a lot of, even on Clubhouse, this happens where people have these Clubhouse rooms and there's all these people watching, but nobody ever has any questions. And I'm trying to figure out, if nobody has questions, then why there's so many errors. They don't have questions. Nobody wants, but there's so many errors notaries have because we see all these error questions. I made this mistake, that mistake. And I'm like, if you're making mistakes, why don't you ask a question to get it fixed? That's the thing. So if you're struggling, if you're having an issue, you know, from a time perspective, you can't corral everybody in a corner and spend 3 hours trying to get all of your questions answered. Sometimes you just ask a very basic, simple question in a form like this. You can get some questions, you can get an answer. Now, see, I also would like, people should hop in and ask questions, because that question you ask and the answer you're going to get can help out multiple people.
Yeah.
Rather than you just get the answer in your private session and nobody else gets to answer the question and gets help because other people got that same thing in their heart and mind.
Gotcha.
And this is causing the struggle for notaries and stuff, because I've had people will call me and ask me about, like, well, I heard what you said on YouTube, but do you have something to tell us? What you said on YouTube is what it is. So stop doing something special just for yourself and get the right help for you, which will also help out other people.
All right, no, you're absolutely right. Q, it looks like you have a question on Instagram. Paralegal Notary is asking how do you manage your time when you are so busy? That's for you, Q.
I probably get about 3.5 hours of sleep on a daily basis. Griff knows me and Griff would stay up until 1:30 in the morning talking about things. But I mean, listen, 50 Cent said it best. He said, sleep is for broke people. So I just try to grind. That's it. I wake up, And the first thing I'm thinking about is, what do I have on my schedule? Do I have a sign-in today? How many sign-ins do I have? And where are those pockets where I can fit in working for everybody else and working for myself and getting my advertising done? And then I still got to take time to be a dad and, take care of things for my family and whatnot. But I mean, you get 24 hours. So, it's up to you what you do with them.
Yeah, nah. And then as far as for me, one thing that I've been doing, I've been waking up earlier, so maybe like 3:30 in the morning. That I'll be up. I'll get some stuff done because waking up at 3:30 in the morning. So ideally, I get an extra a good 2.5 of extra hours before the kids wake up. So I wake up, do some studying. If I have to get on the computer, I get on the computer. Then I go to the gym, and by the time I get back, I say by 7:30, everybody's up. So that's how I've been able to get those additional hours to complete any task. Because when I'm researching, if I'm reading, I like it to be quiet. So I can't really focus when I have a lot of stuff going on. So that's one thing that helped me as far as like managing my time, giving myself that extra 2.5 hours a day, and just it helps me get more done.
Right. And certain people, they work better in the morning. Certain people work better at night. Like me, I'm a night owl. So my creative juices start going later at night. So I create at night and then I'll sleep for a little bit. And then it's like, all right, let me get up and get my kids ready and get them out the door. And then once they're gone, is back to, all right, where am I at in my day as far as appointments and as far as the work that I need to get done for other people. One of the big things that I started doing years ago that actually really helps me is I set alarms for myself throughout the day. And
Yep.
it's not that those alarms mean anything. It's just I have them at specific times, something at 2:30 in the afternoon, something at 11:45, again at 6:45, again at 8:30. And those are just alarms for me that let me know where I'm at in the day. It's a check for me, like, okay, where am I at? What have I accomplished so far? What
Yeah.
else do I have left to accomplish for the day?
Yeah, those alarms, man. I don't know how many alarms I have. It's like every time the alarm goes off, I know exactly what I
Yep,
should be doing at that time.
exactly.
That is amazing. Let me see. You guys have any question on YouTube? I know we just went over the hour mark. If you guys have any questions, please drop them on. If you guys want to join in, please hop on. So,
Oh,
you have any advice? You have any advice for any new notaries? Like,
so my advice for new notaries would be don't spend too much money. You know,
that's hard now. That's hard.
it is hard. We've done notary tech talks about it. You can get the tools that you need to get this to jump into this for a very reasonable price if you're patient and you take the time to find the good deals and just start with the basics. You don't need the top of the line stuff when you're just getting started. I would also recommend to visit Griffin Notary's YouTube channel because he's got like 400 and something videos that is
Yep.
breaking down this entire notary industry. Check out the playlist. He tells y'all all the time. I'm gonna tell y'all all the time.
Check
Check
out
out
the
the
playlist.
playlist because everything is in there. Everything that you really could want to know is in there. Save yourself some money on paying for additional training. For the loan signing training out there. Save yourself some money. If you are going to spend on learning how to become a signing agent, my recommendation would be the Sign and Thrive because it's $33 for a month. And within that month, you can pretty much learn everything that you need to know. And then you can cancel the subscription. Um, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
if you don't want to spend a lot of money, that's one way about it. But that requires you to be dedicated and actually wanting to, put in the time and hours for you to study. Not just, going there trying to copy and steal someone else's stuff. Like put in the time that requires.
Yeah. Some other things that I would definitely recommend to new notaries and even notaries that have been doing this for a while, is professional development. You can't just jump into this and you've never really dealt with the general public in a professional manner, especially when it's your name and your business behind everything that's coming out of your mouth and everything that people see. So definitely invest in some professional development, understanding customer service. You know, there are some things that you should probably sharpen if you haven't had to do that before and you don't come from like a corporate America type of job. When it comes to this notary game, you know, people expect a certain level of professionalism, so it's probably best for you to just sharpen those things up, and that'll definitely help your business. You know, and that's like real professionalism, not like, oh, I'm a professional today, like, you know what I mean, like dress up professional. Like, no, just carry yourself professionally.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do. Because just keep in mind, you're representing your brand every time you step out. So even if you're not wearing your notary shirt, somebody out there, somebody at the supermarket, have used your services. They know you're a notary, even if they might not walk up to you and say something. At some point, they were looking for a notary. Your business came up. So if you
Right.
were to act a fool, God forbid you get arrested, they look you up. Notary public bidding up people at supermarket.
Oh, you know what's funny about that is somebody told me I should put like one of those magnets on the side of my car, and I was just like, you know, it's not a bad idea. However, sometimes when I'm on the highway, there's people that I just really want them to get out of my way, and I'm not that aggressive of a driver. However, I could be aggressive at times if somebody's doing like 50 and a 65. It's like, yo, you got to go. And that wouldn't look good with my business on there as I'm sitting there, you know, driving by looking at them with a mean face, like
Yeah.
you know. So I'm not, there's no magnets. I will not be advertising while I'm in my
Well,
car.
that's one thing that I had to keep in mind too, because when I'm in the notary car, I have the magnets on, and for some reason, every time I'm driving that car, that's when people decide to cut me off and do all type of stuff. And
Right?
then I was like, man, I'm in the business car. Because as soon as I pass them, they see my business. Next thing I know, I need some idiot leaving me a bad review because he wanted to cut me off the highway.
Right. Now you're a bad notary because he wanted to cut you off.
Yeah. Yeah,
On my dad, but I catch y'all. I'll text y'all later for tomorrow.
All right, that sounds good, Griff.
All right,
I
sounds good,
appreciate
Griff.
that.
Thanks for jumping in, man.
All right. Yep.
All right, we got
All right, peace out.
007 just left. If anybody else have any question, we're probably going to wrap it up. I really
Oh,
appreciate.
real quick.
Yeah,
Real
go
quick.
ahead.
Another thing that I would tell new notaries, we've already talked about it. Griff talks about it all the time. Learn your laws and learn how to be a notary. Become the best notary that you could possibly be.
Mm.
You know, take the time, take the Notary Essentials course, take that, reach out to older notaries, and perfect your craft. Study your craft. This is what you do. This is a decision that you've made. If you're doing this full time, you made a decision to do it, so you need to study your craft. You need to perfect it. So definitely take the time to do that, and don't try to rush through it. Become solid. Set a nice foundation for yourself.
Yep, that is key. That's key because if you don't have a strong foundation, whatever it is you're trying to build, it's not gonna happen.
Right.
That's that's just common sense because a lot of people they just wanna come onto the industry and just start doing stuff. And then
Yeah.
when you start asking them, hey, what are your goals? What are you trying to achieve?
$10,000 a month.
And
That's what they're trying to achieve. That's what they're trying to achieve. I want to make 10 grand a month.
That's it. It's that
I
10
want to do that
grand.
in 4 months. No,
Yeah.
3 months. In 3 months, I want to make $10,000.
Yep.
How?
There's
How,
no
Sway?
goals. Griff does a great job breaking it down. Have the set amount of money, like your income that you want to bring in for the month, and just go out there and do it. Like whatever service that comes about, whatever appointment that comes about, that's going to contribute to what you are trying to achieve. Instead of trying to focus, well, that one's only paying me $80, or this one's paying me only $50. Like, what's the goal? The goal is like you want to make $1,000 for the month, right? So everything counts.
Yeah, I mean,
Simple as
don't
that.
be afraid to take those appointments that are for lesser. I did a loan application for a guy, and I think the loan application fee was like $50, might have been 45, but then he ended up calling me again to do a power of attorney and a will form, and I think I ended up making, I don't know, like 100, maybe 110, 115 off of them.
Mhm.
So don't be afraid to take those lessons, because you never know what's going to come out of it. You never know who that person is that you're going to be sitting across the table from. If all you're worried about is how much you're making in one signing, you're hustling backwards. You're playing the game wrong. You're not
Yeah.
working the business. You're
Yeah.
not thinking like an entrepreneur. You're not thinking like a businessman, a businesswoman, a business person. Gotta get my pronouns right.
Oh yeah, because I've done appointments for like mayors that I was not aware of, and then when we talking afterwards, that's when I found out you're the mayor of this town. Or I want to say a couple of years ago, I had somebody who was running like in the state of Rhode Island. I forgot what she was part of the election. She reached out to me because she lives here, and she wanted a document notarized. I looked her up. I was like, man, this lady's on the ballot.
Right.
And she reached out to me because she was like, hey, I'm looking for a mobile notary to come to my house and do this and that. And it's like you never know who you're gonna come across. So that's why it's important for you to represent yourself professionally at all times.
Yeah, keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. Be open to opportunities, because you just never know what you're gonna run across.
Exactly. Let me see. I'm just gonna go to YouTube right quick to see if there's any questions.
No, it's
And
just
then,
Tiffany. It's Tiffany Huggins. Shout out to Tiffany Huggins. She's got the comment section lit in purple.
oh man, I appreciate that, Tiffany. Like, look, if you want to come on, just click on the link.
Yeah,
I'd love
Tiff.
to have you on.
Tiff, join. I mean, you've been talking the whole time, so you might as well say something on here.
That's amazing. Well, you know what, Q, just give me a second. I'm just going to end it on IG.
Okay.
And then so we can just finish up on YouTube. All right, so everybody that was watching on Instagram, greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great night. Hope you guys are accomplishing your goals, and hope you guys are staying focused. Thank you again for tuning in tonight, and thank you for Q for being here. Like, you're amazing. Hope you guys be safe.
Peace.
All right. All right, so we had to end that on IG. Yeah, so I'm not sure if Tiffany's gonna get on here. Let's see. Come on, Tiff.
Come on,
Let's
Tiff.
let's see what you got. Let's join. So that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much it. We are about to wrap it up.
All right.
We appreciate you, Tiffany.
Oh, you know what we
again.
didn't talk about? I mean, if you want to wrap it up, we could definitely wrap it up, because I know
No,
you
go
and I,
ahead.
we could talk. We could talk for a long time. We didn't have that conversation about getting tipped.
Oh, shoot. Let's do it now. I'm sure.
I mean, we never got into that, because I get tipped all the time, and I think you get tipped all the time too. And I'm really curious to know, how many other notaries out there are getting tipped, because that's just that lets you know that your service was impeccable. Like, yo, so yesterday, the signing that I went to, this lady, she so it wasn't because of my service. She had already planned a tip, but she had this present. It was nicely wrapped. It was like the expensive wrapping paper too. It's got like, it was raised. It was like embossed, and then like it was all wrapped up with like the nice ribbon that's got the glitter in it. It's like really quality. Box of chocolates. Come to find out, this box of chocolate was $175.
What?
Yeah. It's from
$175.
$175. It's got like some crazy different type of chocolate that is like, I don't know. I ate like 2 pieces and I was like, oh, this is a little too rich. I'm gonna have to space these out.
Oh man, that is amazing. Nah, I think those of us who get tips. Hold on, looks like somebody want to come on.
It's me.
There it is.
He's back.
I'm back. I got off the car, so I wanted to jump on.
Awesome.
Yeah, no,
I heard
we're
you
just
talking about tips.
Yes. So what's your take on that?
So my take is that don't make it so that you have to be tipped.
Oh no.
Meaning if you're so here in California, I'm in California, it's $15 per notarial act. So if somebody says I have a sheet, it's $15. I'm gonna have a $5 bill if they give me a 20, right? So if that's fine, if they say, hey, keep the 20 and I'm keeping the 5, but always have change to be able to provide change to the person. Don't be like, oh, I don't have any change. And they're like, okay, I have to tip you now. You know what I mean?
Well, there's one thing I always tell them. If you're paying cash, like I do not carry change. I'm like, if you're paying cash, my policy is you have the exact amount, because I do not carry change. I'm not a big fan of that. So when I get there, and like for a situation, if I get there and let's say they don't have the exact amount, like I've been in a situation where the person was like, here, just keep it.
Yeah.
So if you go to my text messages, it'll say that, hey, this is the payment methods. If you're paying in cash, we need the exact change. So there's no way like, well, you didn't say anything about not having change. I feel like I had to tip you this. So I make it very clear.
Yeah. The other thing about tips, you have to be careful because we are public officials, and that could be construed as bribing. If you're taking a tip, it's like, yeah, I gave you a tip last time. Why aren't you doing this for free? And the guy's trying to make you sign some grant deed or something off to his aunt or uncle or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. And then you made a very great point on that one. So that is, that's definitely one thing that notaries have to be aware of. Especially if you get people like that, because I'm not sure. A couple weeks ago, I'm glad that you mentioned the deed. A couple weeks ago, I kept getting a bunch of random calls about people wanting deed signs and stuff like that. I got a call. I called Griff on it. Somebody wanted me to bring a quitclaim deed to someone's house, and they was like, "All right, we just need a notary to bring the quitclaim deed there, get it notarized, get it signed, and then we're gonna send the notary the money that we are purchasing the home for." I'm like, no. I'm like, that's not happening. So immediately what I did, because I'm part of a group here in Massachusetts that we have a Facebook group. So I made a post about that. He reached out to 2 other notaries on there. So now I told him, if you guys choose to do that, that's on you. But when I was vetting them, asking him if there was an attorney involved, he said, yo, this is completely legit. Every time somebody give me that response, it's completely legit.
Run away if somebody says it's legit.
It's like somebody says true story, you kind of look at them like,
yeah. So it's like, so I'm not sure. So how do you guys, in a situation like that, right? Because that's how I handle it. I'm not sure if you guys have something that's similar to where somebody call you trying to get you to do something that it's not right, where you have to turn them away, that you didn't even want to provide service to them.
Jeff, do you want to go first?
Well, so here's what I do, and I struggle with this just for regular customers. If you start asking too many questions, they might just give up on you. So if you start asking more detailed questions, I shared this on my channel. I got this stuff from Notary Ally, and she has these intake forms. I know you can't really see it, but anyway, it goes through all the details of stuff that you need to ask. Like, are you in a facility? Who's requesting? Who's calling you? You put the relation to the signer and all this information that you can gather when you're taking that appointment. And if there's any red flags in there, like, okay, you're the sister of the signer, and weird things like you want to transfer property, and they know what they're signing, start asking these questions, and then they might just go away. I mean, like, I had a lady just today, she's like asking me, how much do you charge to do a notarization? I said, $15. And they said, well, I have 4 documents. I said, well, it's going to be $15 per document. They said, oh, I'll call you back. Okay, well, so she didn't like my price, even though I can't. That's the maximum I could charge, and I'm going to charge the maximum because
Yeah.
I'm mandated by law.
Right.
To
I
not
got you.
be able to go over that. So, I mean, people don't get that, and I understand because there are notaries that charge less than $15 around me. So,
Oh, really? So if you're charging the max, are you going to them, or are they coming to you?
no, if I charge the $15, they're coming to me. If I go to
Okay.
them and I charge them a travel fee for sure.
Okay,
But
makes sense.
yeah.
Makes sense. It looks like all things. Nada Jean said, "Hey Jeff, I received my fingerprint certification from the Department of Justice. I'm ready. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah, congratulations. I'm happy for you.
That is awesome. Congrats. That's awesome. So Jeff, if I remember correctly, last time you was on with Griff, you mentioned that you offer a fingerprinting service. How is that?
So I do live scan. So here in California, everything is fingerprinted. If you're a real estate agent, you're fingerprinted. Notary, fingerprinted. You do insurance, you're fingerprinted. Anything with children, you're fingerprinted. Just every industry requires it. And actually, this year they came out with another law that if you're a volunteer with kids, you have to be fingerprinted.
Nice.
So it's a good business in California, but just in general, it doesn't matter what state you're in. You can get into ink fingerprinting because if people go from one state to the other, you need fingerprint cards. So it's a great business to even if you don't want to do it on as a main part of your business, just to tack it on and say you do it, you can capture some business, even if you just every once in a while somebody says, "Hey, I need a fingerprint card done or something,"
Gotcha.
like, yeah, I can do it, because it's so cheap to get into as far for the ink fingerprinting anyway. Live scans, a lot more money. So.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Looks like we have Tiff. Tiff just joined. Thank you for that, Jeff. I really appreciate that insight. I appreciate that. So Tiff,
Hi
first of
guys.
all,
Hey, Tiff.
thank you for you had the comment going. So I appreciate you joining us.
Guys.
Oh, thanks, Tiff. You're awesome.
Yeah, I love watching you guys on your channels. Jeff, you just went live the other day, and I was literally like putting the baby to sleep again. It's like you guys always come on when my child decides to sleep.
Yeah,
I have a 2-year-old Tasmanian devil boy, so you guys.
Oh,
you guys have kids,
I feel for you.
Fickle as far as my posting on YouTube or wherever I post, because I'm just not. That's not my main focus.
I know. You guys are all so busy, so I always appreciate it. And Q, like I said, I want you to post more YouTube. Like I went to your channel and I was like, oh, there's not a lot of things to watch.
No. I'm a sidekick. I'm Scottie Pippen. These guys are Jordans. Yeah, I'm a sidekick.
Stop it. You're all
I like
gems, and just like you guys do this right now. Like I need to suck up all the information. I'm a notary newborn, so I gotta get it from wherever I can.
I got you. Well, the most important thing that you will learn is knowing your state laws, because once you understand that, anything like people won't be able to get one over you at all. Once you know exactly what you can and cannot do, that's like the number one tip. Like I believe that we are always telling you.
I'm always studying that. I mean,
know your state laws.
This is my brag. I'm from Cali, but I passed the state exam with 100%, which from my understanding is hard to do, but I did it, and I was like, yay.
So the first go around, I got 100%. But the second go around, I got less than that. So when you're in real world, so
we get
not
lazy,
knowing anything,
right?
it's easy to get 100%. But then when you go through real world practice, it's harder to get 100% on that.
It's just like driving. Like when we were younger and we took our test, and it was like, yeah, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get my driver's test, and I'm gonna pass. It's gonna be 100. And now we're like you said earlier, sometimes I'm a little aggressive when I drive. So, it's like now we can get 100 because it's like. I know the rules, but I have enough experience to break it.
Yeah, makes sense. It looks like we have a question. Go ahead, Q. After you answer that.
No. Go ahead. I think that's a good question because Mathurin, I know that you actually have.
I do. I just went up to Sacramento today.
Oh, really?
I dropped off 11 documents.
Wow.
Wow.
But here's the story. I was going to do a YouTube video on this. I got up there, so last night I counted how many documents I'm taking up there because I have to write a check, right, to them. So I count them up. I count 10 documents. This morning I'm like, okay, let me just double check. I didn't write the check, so I count again. It's 11 documents. I'm like, I'm glad I counted.
Yeah.
So then I write out the check, get it all ready to go. I drive up there. I'm thinking about it. I park, and I'm like, shoot, I have to pay a special handling fee because I have 2 public officials. So you have to pay $6 per person. I'm like, I have 2 now, and I forgot about that. I'm like, so now I'm running around trying to find a place to do a money order for $6.
Wow. Oh yeah, because they only
You have to write it
accept
to the state, right?
they only accept cash or
Yeah.
check, right?
They only take check or
Check
money
and
order.
money order.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, unless before they would take credit card when you can walk in, but since you can't walk in, forget it. You have to check or money order now.
Yeah, because here in Massachusetts, Secretary of State only accept cash or check.
Why do you go to the Sacramento one, Jeff? Are you not able to do it at the Los Angeles?
I'm in the Bay Area. I'm near Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For some reason,
I don't want to go to LA.
So that's much easier for you.
LA
Yeah, I'm an hour.
sucks.
I'm an hour and
Absolutely,
15 minutes from Sacramento.
Oh,
Okay, I
okay,
got
okay,
you.
that makes
Let's
sense.
see.
I,
Looks
for some reason, thought you were in Orange County.
All right. I'm just gonna see if we have
You're
any
like,
more
no, thank
comments.
God.
Let me see if if you have any questions, please. Let me see. I'm just gonna go through. Let's see. It looks like we have one question. Just how did you get your first apostle? So that's the question we have, and then we're probably gonna wrap it up after that. So how did you get your first apostle?
So how I did it was, so I got introduced to that work through the Notary Symposium that Laura Bura puts on. And one year, this was when it was in person before she started doing it on Zoom. And there was a lady that was talking about this. She said, hey, if you just go to your website and just put that you do it, you're going to start getting calls. And I did that. And people started calling me. And that's how I got involved with that. So I started doing that work before I took classes on how to do it. So I've taken Judy's class. I took the other guy down in LA area's class, apostiltraining.com or something like that.
Okay.
But I never passed his class because I signed up for his class in 2020 when right when the pandemic happened. And I was like buried, like everybody stopped working. And I was like the only guy that was doing loans. Yep. In April, I did like 83 loans in April alone,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So
that is a lot.
Yeah. So I was running around like crazy. And so he said, well, if you don't get it done within this amount of time, then you have to essentially pay again. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay again, So
yeah, no.
So yeah, I don't have certifications or anything. I just do it and it works out.
No, makes sense. Yeah, I think I got my first one. I'm just going to answer that, and then I'll probably end it. I got my first one. Somebody reached out to me through my Google My Business page. They told me, I think, I don't remember exactly which country the document was going to, but he was about an hour away from me. So I went there, met with him, got the document signed and notarized, and then I brought it back to my Secretary of State. And from there, I got it certified there, met up with him again, drove back to him, and hand him the document, got paid, and just gone about the business. So it's my way of getting it was to my Google My Business page, and I think I advertised for it. I think I had a post where saying these are the services that we offer. No, and then I had another one through Thumbtack. Same thing, same process. Like fairly easy. Like I just go into the office. It's about 10 minutes away from me. So not bad.
That's convenient.
Yeah, it is. It is. So
I always collect though up front for that work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I don't like, because I have to fork out the money. You know, if something goes wrong, you know, I don't want to be out money, right?
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's I always ask for a deposit. I always ask for
Oh,
a
okay.
deposit.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm able to secure
Oh,
it.
I did hear you say that the other day, and I was like, oh, that's so interesting. I feel like
Yes.
you're one of the few notaries that I've heard say that. I mean, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I've been a licensed cosmetologist longer than I've been a notary because I'm a new, like I said, I'm a notary newborn. So I just got commissioned this year. I've been a licensed cosmetologist for 8 years. So having a deposit is normal, you know, for me when you
Same thing.
want to make an appointment in the services. But I've never heard a notary say that before. And I was like, oh.
Same thing. Same thing as a notary. That's how you got to treat
Like
it.
you all
You
want
know?
to make, you all want to make sure you
Yeah.
like our
'Cause-
time is money always. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
If you wanna,
And I was like, I never thought about it like that as a notary. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
just
It's
secure
kind
your
of hard for
appointment.
me to transition into notary mindset as far as being a Cosmo, because it's all beauty, makeup
But
and
at the
nails
end
and
of the
hair.
day, it's still a business. So just treat it
Yeah,
as a
right.
business. You know, that's
Right.
the best thing that I can say. Treat it as a business. If you require a deposit for your other business in order for them to secure the appointment, it's the same thing. You know, especially if you're driving, if you're going out of your city to go to an appointment, because you don't want to make that drive and you get there, they talk about, oh, we changed our mind.
Right.
I don't consider myself to be mobile. I'll do it like right here in my front porch, or like by my car, or I'll be like, oh, meet up at the Dunkin' Donuts or
Okay. Got you. Makes
because
sense.
like I
Makes
said,
sense.
I have this Tasmanian devil
Close,
that
Jeff, now.
I got you. Well, guys, we're about to wrap up because my daughter's over there looking at me like, okay, it's been
Jeff
a
got
while now.
busy. Q looks like he's tired. He's probably hungry.
Yeah. So
I always look tired.
so I do appreciate you all joining in, especially Q. Let me see. Jeff, thank you for joining in. Tiff, thank you for joining in.
I
It's been a
appreciate you
pleasure.
guys. I love you guys. Love all the gems. Keep
we-
making videos. Q, please make something. I don't know.
Something, Q.
Send me
Follow me on
send me a
follow me
video.
on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I got a ton of stuff on Instagram.
Okay. I
All
will.
right.
I gotta go. Somebody's at my door.
All right, no
Jeff, it was
problem.
nice talking to you,
All
man.
right.
Hope you guys have a
Appreciate
good
y'all,
one.
you guys.
All right, Q. Look, man, thank you very much for taking the time out tonight, man.
I'm glad we were able to do this.
These guys are out there racing still. You look, man.
It makes me miss being
amazing.
in my 20s, man. I used to ride bikes too. I'm just like, oh no, I can't do that no more. I'm old. I'm an old head. Can't be doing that.
Oh man, look, it's been great. Like I wish you much success, man. Like I'm sure, we definitely gonna be in touch, man. Like, that's what we do. Like, so we're gonna find a way to network. We're gonna find a way to work with each other more, and do this the right way. Because it's not about competition. We are going to grow a business, and people just not get. Those who want to compete, that's on them. But we're going to find ways for us to work amongst each other, and that's the best way to do it. Like I really appreciate you taking the time out tonight, my man.
No, thank you. We are in a unique position to have the opportunity to be two, and Griff and everybody else, but two males that are along a journey that we're both on, and it's not about negative competition or anything like that. It's about wanting to see success for each other and help each other along the way. And we don't get too many examples of that in this world today, especially amongst men of that look like us. So we don't really get to see that often. So I really thank you for having me on. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for being becoming a notary brother, and becoming a friend throughout all of this. So you're going to have a lot of success as well. You've already had a ton of success, and we're going to continue to try to help you build this YouTube channel for you, because it is popping. A lot of people do need to hear what you're saying. You are a gift to the notary community, and your voice needs to be heard. So
I appreciate
any way that I can help you, brother, any way I can help you, I'm here.
Good.
All right, man.
All right, appreciate that, man. So we'll definitely be in touch, and I hope you have a great night. and be safe, my man. And I'll see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock for the Zoom.
Yeah, 007's calling us in for me.
That sounds good, my man. We're gonna save the world. We're gonna join.
We gotta save the notary community. That's what we have to do.
Sounds good. All right, man. So I hope you have a good night. All right.
All right, brother. You too, man. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Peace.